fact that it's now a buyer's market. So everything's changed. The world changes so quickly on every other level. Why wouldn't the property market, have a bit of a change? And we're currently in a buyer's market in most sectors of our industry. So, where are we at with this? What it means now is that you guys as agents actually need to use a whole heap of skills and maybe flip some of the skills you've been using for the last few years into focusing on your buyers. This is about customer service to your buyers. You need to actually work with people to actively find them a property. Actively listening to what they're telling you about what are their needs and what are their wants and dreams and wishes about what the type of property. And the more you create rapport with your customers and your potential purchasers, they're going to tell you more about, what money they've got. You don't ask them 20 questions as if you're an investigative journalist. So how much money have you got? What are you doing? Where are you going? This can be done. There's a process and a good, respectful way of doing this and actively listening to what they're saying to you. What other properties have you seen? And when they start telling you about some of the properties you've seen, that's giving you a whole mass of ideas about, their budget that they're looking at, and two, the type of property they're looking at. Well, what was wrong with all of those properties that you've already looked at? Why didn't you buy one of those? Oh, they're all a little bit too much out of our budget. Okay, that's giving you more information. So you've got to work with all of that information and take note of it. You've got to feed your database. Go back to people who've been looking before. Hey, have you bought? Pick up the phone. Talk to people. It's a skill that we seem to be losing at the moment. We need to bring it back a little bit. Make sure that you return all calls and all inquiries and, give people an opportunity to talk about what it is that they want. Start building those long-term relationships today. The relationships you're building right now, you're actually building business for the future. So you have to maybe flip that little switch in your head a little bit, start behaving a little bit differently. Had a Central Coast agent in the office today, just popped in for a bit of a hello, actually. It was nothing to do with training or business or anything. And I was asking him, how's the market going? What's happening up there? Have you got lots of listings? And he was actually talking about the fact that he's working in a slightly different way and how he's dealing with his, because he's saying, well, it's a buyer's market, let's change to what we're doing. So, Matt, thank you for your input. And, it was an interesting chat to, we're hearing that from so many people at the moment as we're on our travels around the state, talking to agents. So, guys, all very exciting about that. So, that's a good place to be. But, guys, pull out those skills, feed your database and actively listen to people.